Imagine a hidden tunnel, waiting, beneath the bustling streets of New York City. In the heart of the metropolis, under the sacred grounds of a synagogue, a clandestine passage lay in silence. Its discovery, on a day as ordinary as any other, sent shockwaves through the congregation of Jabad-Lubavitch and the law enforcement alike. The tunnel, shrouded in mystery, had been lying in wait since who knows when, untouched and unseen. The initial reactions were a cocktail of disbelief, confusion, and intrigue. The faithful congregants found themselves wrestling with a whirlwind of emotions while the law enforcement officers were thrown into a state of alert. Their professional curiosity piqued. As the news of this unprecedented discovery began to trickle out into the city, it was met with a growing sense of unease. As word spread, tension began to mount, setting the stage for a showdown few could have predicted. In the heart of Brooklyn, beneath the sacred halls of a synagogue, a battle was brewing. This wasn't a battle of faith, but of determination and defiance. A clandestine tunnel, a secret passage beneath the global headquarters of the Jabad-Lubavitch congregation, had been discovered and was now the epicenter of a tense standoff. The congregants, a tight-knit community of faith, had found solace and sanctuary in the tunnel's hidden depths. But now, their refuge was under threat. The city authorities had ordered its closure, citing safety concerns. The congregants, however, were not prepared to let go of their sanctuary without a fight. The news of the planned closure had sparked an immediate response from the congregation. They refused to leave the tunnel, their defiance rooted in a deep-seated belief in their right to worship and gather freely. This was not just about a tunnel, it was about their faith, their community, and their freedom. The city's response was swift and decisive. Law enforcement was dispatched, their task seemingly simple: get the congregants out of the tunnel and seal it off. Yet the congregants were not to be easily moved. They stood their ground, their peaceful protest transforming the tunnel into a symbol of resistance. The police were faced with a delicate situation. On one hand, they had a duty to uphold the law and ensure public safety. On the other, they had to respect the rights and beliefs of the congregation. It was a delicate balance, a dance of authority and respect, of duty and understanding. As the standoff continued, the tension was palpable. The city, once a bustling metropolis, seemed to pause, its inhabitants collectively holding their breath. The eyes of New York were fixed on the synagogue, its sacred halls now a stage for a dramatic showdown. And so, beneath the sacred halls of a Brooklyn synagogue, a battle was fought. A battle not of weapons but of wills. A battle between faith and authority, between congregants and law enforcement. As the standoff escalated, the city held its breath, waiting for the resolution of this unusual conflict. The tension reached a boiling point, and the result was a series of arrests that shocked the community. 12 individuals, all congregants of the synagogue, found themselves in handcuffs. The charges: obstruction of justice, resisting arrest, and trespassing. But the story doesn't end there. As the news of the arrests spread like wildfire, the community's reaction was a mix of disbelief and outrage. Many couldn't comprehend how those who had merely sought to protect their place of worship were now being labeled as criminals. The synagogue, once a sanctuary, had become a battleground. And those who stood their ground were paying the price. The backlash against the police was swift and severe. Accusations of heavy-handed tactics and religious insensitivity were thrown around. People questioned the need for such a drastic response to a situation that, in their view, could have been handled with more finesse and understanding. Yet it wasn't just criticism that echoed through the city streets. Support for the arrested congregants poured in from all corners. From the local deli owner who put out a collection jar, to the rabbi from a rival synagogue who openly voiced his solidarity, the community rallied. They may have been individuals with different stories, but they were united in their stand against what they perceived as an attack on their freedom to worship. But let's not forget about the legal implications. With the charges filed, the arrested individuals were facing serious consequences. Obstruction of justice and resisting arrest could lead to hefty fines and jail time. Trespassing, on the other hand, while a lesser charge, was still a black mark against their names. The stakes were high, and the fight was far from over. In the wake of the arrests, the city was left in a state of shock as people on both sides grappled with the events that had unfolded. The secret tunnel saga had taken a dramatic turn, and as the dust settled, everyone was left wondering, what would happen next? In the aftermath of the clash, the city began to question the events that led to this unprecedented standoff. Following the arrests, an air of uncertainty hung over the city. as the narrative of the clandestine tunnel beneath the synagogue continued to unravel. The police launched a comprehensive investigation, their curiosity piqued by the labyrinth lurking under the house of worship. The investigation was no easy task. It was like navigating a maze, each turn revealing new, complex layers of the story. The tunnel, initially thought to be a simple, secret passageway, now seemed to be a part of a much larger, intricate network. It was clear that this wasn't the work of a day or two. The meticulous planning and the sheer audacity of the project left investigators baffled. As the investigation proceeded, the legal battles began in earnest. Lawyers representing the arrested individuals argued for their clients' innocence. They painted a picture of individuals caught in a maelstrom of misunderstandings, rather than culprits of a clandestine operation. The courtrooms buzzed with tension as the trials got underway, and the city watched with bated breath. The impact on the community was palpable. The synagogue, once a tranquil place of worship, was now a symbol of a city's brewing conflict. Congregants were left in a state of shock, their faith tested in ways they never could have imagined. The synagogue's reputation was tarnished, its dignity stripped away, leaving behind a shell of the once revered institution. The clash and its aftermath sparked a citywide introspection. Questions were raised about the balance between faith and law, the sanctity of religious institutions, and the duty of law enforcement. It was a wake-up call, a reminder of the delicate harmony that holds a city together, and the quicksand of controversy that can threaten to pull it apart. As the dust settled, the city was left to ponder the events that transpired and the lasting impact they would have on the city's future. This saga was a testament to the fact that even in the city that never sleeps, secrets can lie buried, waiting for the right moment to surface. But the question remained, what was the purpose of this secret tunnel? Theories abound, each more intriguing than the last. Some suggest that it was a means of escape during times of persecution, a hidden pathway to freedom for the oppressed. Others hypothesize that the tunnel was used for smuggling operations during Prohibition. Could it have been a secret passageway for the rabbi, providing a discreet entrance and exit to the synagogue? The theories are as diverse as the people who proposed them. The tunnel's history is equally enigmatic. Records from the early 20th century make no mention of its construction, yet architectural anomalies suggest that it predates the current synagogue, possibly tracing back to the city's colonial era. A silent witness to centuries of change, the tunnel carries tales that are etched in its dark, damp walls, waiting to be deciphered. The tunnel's significance to the synagogue and the community is undeniable. It was more than just a physical passageway, it was a symbol of resilience and unity, a testament to the congregation's unwavering faith. And perhaps this is why the worshippers were so adamant about keeping the tunnel open. It was not just about preserving a piece of architecture, it was about safeguarding their shared history and identity. The congregation's fierce refusal to let authorities seal the tunnel sparked a series of intense conflicts. The tunnel, once a secret refuge, had now become a battleground, and amidst this clash the tunnel's true purpose remained shrouded in mystery. But isn't that the allure of a good mystery? The thrill of the unknown, the quest for truth, the inevitable twists and turns that keep us on the edge of our seats. The tunnel saga is no different. Each revelation unravels a new layer of intrigue, each conflict stirs up more curiosity. As we delve deeper into the mystery, we are left with more questions than answers, a testament to the enigmatic nature of the tunnel saga. In the end, the secret tunnel saga serves as a compelling reminder of the complexities of urban life. This tale, woven with threads of mystery and conflict, has unfolded beneath the bustling streets of New York City. A clandestine tunnel, discovered under a synagogue, ignited a fiery standoff between worshippers and law enforcement. The subsequent closure of this passageway led to a dramatic showdown, resulting in the arrest of a dozen individuals. While the dust has settled, the echoes of this saga continue to reverberate. Debates persist about the true purpose of the tunnel and the justification for the arrests. The mystery, like the city itself, remains alive, vibrant, and unresolved. It serves as a testament to the hidden depths of our urban landscapes, the secrets they harbor, and the tensions they can spark. As we leave the streets of New York City behind, we are reminded that beneath the surface, there are always secrets waiting to be discovered.